Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome into Greater Awakener Ether Realm. My name is Kimberly, and I am going to be doing a weekly astrological report for Monday, the January 27th to February 2nd. Okay? So to start off with, the moon is in Capricorn, your first house. This is all about how you project yourself onto the world. Okay? Um, the moon is then going to move into a sextile with your planet Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is the natural ruler of your sign. Okay, so you got a little bit of a mutual exchange going on there. Pisces is your third house of community, short distance travel, um, early learning, neighbors, siblings. Okay. Then the moon is going to move into an opposition with Mars and then a trine with Uranus. Okay, so Mars has been retrograde since December 6th, and started in Leo at 6 degrees, then went into Cancer, your seventh house of partnerships. Now, it can be either romantic or business partnerships, and it also includes your open enemies. Okay? Mars is the natural ruler of Aries, which is your home sector, and Scorpio, which is your friendship sector. So you may be starting with Mars in retrograde. It's kind of like throwing a wet blanket. It all of the passion and the intensity that Mars likes to exude is now internal, and you can kind of think of it as like water boiling that's covered in a saucepan, right? It's about it wants to explode. So when it goes internal, it's thinking about something to do with your partnerships. Okay, maybe some changes that you want to make. It may have to do with your home and family. Okay, it may have to do with friendships. Okay, a couple weeks ago, if you want to look at my last videos, we did have a full moon in Cancer at 23 degrees. Mars has moved to 22 degrees about, and the moon is going to come in and hit that axis again. It also is going to make a square to the wounded healer Chiron in Aries. So you have a lot of emphasis on your partnerships and your home and family sector right now. Okay, but then we have the moon trining Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is your fifth house of children, creativity, and romance. Uranus has been in there for 6 or 7 years. It may have caused a lot of chaos in your romantic relationships or with your children, but also bringing a lot of awakening. Okay, it can awaken a lot of creativity as well. Okay. Trines are very, very nice aspects. So even though you have an opposition going on here, the trine comes in to kind of soften that. Okay. The moon then moves into a sextile to Venus and Neptune, again in your third house of community. Venus and Neptune are very soft planets, and so are sextiles, the aspects. So there might be a little bit of upheaval with your partnerships, but then you have these sextiles and trines coming in here. So Monday looks to be maybe just kind of a little bit of upheaval, possibly, and then very softening. Okay. Then on Tuesday, or excuse me, let's keep on Monday here. Monday, Mercury moves into Aquarius from your sign. Okay. Aquarius is your second house of values, how you see your self-worth, how you earn money, and how you spend money. Mercury rules Gemini, your work sector, and Virgo, your ninth house expansion sector. Pluto was in your sign since 2008, working on a lot of deep transformation in your first house, which is, again, the way that you project yourself onto the world. Pluto rules Scorpio, which is your, friendships, but also hopes and dreams and wishes, okay? Mercury comes in and highlights Pluto, just like last week when the sun was highlighting Pluto, okay? There are conjunctions, but with different planets. Mercury rules communication, commerce, short distance travel, just a lot of communication. Okay, with it also represents neighbors and siblings. Again, just like your third house of Pisces, Mercury is the natural ruler of the natural third house of Gemini. Okay. And also the natural house of Virgo is Virgo rules the sixth house, is what I'm trying to say. I apologize. I've been doing a bunch of these videos, and my voice is getting a little raspy here, so hang in there with me. So the moon then comes in to Aquarius on Tuesday and conjuncts Mercury and Pluto. It's just extra emphasis. The moon also rules Cancer, which is your partnership sector. So extra emphasis on values with your partners. Okay. Maybe spending some money, or the way that you earn your money might come into question. You might be thinking about maybe changing up your work a little bit. Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to find a way to describe. I'm sorry. So, yeah, it's just a lot of, Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for the next 19 years, doing a lot of transforming on your values sector and the way that you earn your money and the way that you spend your money. I mean, it's pretty much brass tacks with that, okay? The moon then we have a new moon in Aquarius on Wednesday. So that is at 9 degrees. These two are about 1 to 2 degrees, and then we have 9 degrees with the new moon. Now, the sun is the natural ruler of Leo, and it's in detriment when it's in Aquarius. So it can't do its best work, but the moon can come in and kind of give it a little more energy, and start out a new cycle with your value sector. Okay. So I'm trying to think my words here. The sun representing Leo, it represents your ego. The moon represents your emotions. When the sun is in Aquarius, that's all about community, that you have to humble your ego, right? When the sun is in Aquarius, it's all about doing what you can for the community, for humanity, okay? So there's going to be a softening with the ego aspect for about a month here, and then right after that, the moon makes a trine to Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, so Jupiter is also in detriment in Gemini, as Jupiter is the natural ruler of Sagittarius and the traditional ruler of Pisces. It's all about expansion. The ninth house is all about higher learning. Okay, and we've already went through that with your ninth house. So, when you have the two biggest heavy hitters, and then the sun is going to come into a trine with Jupiter about the next day, okay? So you have the two heaviest hitters, the sun and Jupiter, in detriment positions. So they're kind of grumpy. They can't do their best work. So, but then they come into a trine with each other, and trines are like the most easygoing, happiest aspects. It's like they're kind of saying, you know, let me help you. Give each other some energy and kind of wake them up a little bit, okay? The moon is also going to come in and do that first, and then these two are going to work with each other. And that's going to be at 11 degrees, okay? So you got a lot of things happening at, 1, 2 through 11 degrees there, okay? And that all has to do with your values. And Gemini is your 6th house of daily habits, okay? So you might be looking into changing up some daily habits, or it also has to do with work, your health. You might be changing up putting some more value towards health routine, okay? Something to that effect. Okay, and then the moon enters Pisces. Now there's going to be a little spot here where the moon doesn't make any aspects to any planets, and it can just be the moon, right? So the moon, is a reflection, right? It reflects, all of the energies of the other planets. But when it doesn't have anything to reflect, it can just kind of be the moon. And you can just kind of sit in your emotions and not have any kind of upheavals or any kind of influence, okay? So then the moon moves into Pisces and makes a square to Jupiter. First we have the trine, and then we have the square. So Pisces, again, is your 3rd house of community, and is coming into square Jupiter in your daily habits, work, health, okay? So you might, I'm trying to think of scenarios that might happen here. You might be having something going on with, travel to the gym, travel to work, okay? Communication with work colleagues, okay? And then the moon comes into conjunct your ruler of Saturn, ruler of Capricorn, okay? So the moon rules Cancer, and Saturn rules your sign. So Capricorn isn't comfortable in their emotions horribly. They're very stoic. So, but a conjunction with Saturn is still very nice, and can bring you into your feels. Capricorn, or excuse me, Saturn also is the traditional ruler of Aquarius as well. It rules your values, okay, as well as the way that you project yourself into the world. So Saturn has been in Pisces for the last 2 years. You're probably used to the softening aspect at the moment, okay? Let's see here. Jupiter. And then the moon comes in to trine Mars, and then sextile Uranus. Earlier in the week, they were at oppositions, and now they're at sextiles and trines. Can't really go wrong with that, You may be traveling to see a partner. You may be communicating with a partner. Maybe whatever shakeup happened, at the beginning of the week or 2 weeks ago with that full moon, you might be continuing communication with a partner. And like I said, it could be business or romantic, okay? But with Uranus and Taurus, that's your children and your romance and creativity sector as well. So communication, short distance travel, to see a romantic partner, to see your child, you know, somewhere around there. Everybody's going to be different, you know, whatever it resonates with you. Okay, so that happens on Saturday, of course, depending on where you are in the world again. Okay, the one beautiful aspect that I am loving on Saturday is Venus conjuncts Neptune, and then the moon comes in to conjunct those two and the North Node. Like I've told everyone else, this is a once in a lifetime aspect, because Neptune is going to move into Aries March 30th. It will return with a retrograde for a little while, and then next year is going to go into Aries permanently. Okay. Neptune is the natural ruler of Pisces. It is also the higher octave of Venus. Venus is also exalted in Pisces. It can do its best work in Pisces. Okay? And then you have the moon coming in there to conjunct this conjunction along with the North Node. Now, I did go into the North Node more these last week. That is where eclipses take place, and the North Node is about the future, your destiny. You know, it's very karmic, and of course, you know, it's the lunar North Node. You know, it's the moon. So, the moon rules your partnership sector. So, you have a lot of emphasis on your partnership sector and your community sector. Okay, short distance travel. This is not going to happen again in our lifetime, because the North Node is going to continue to move backwards. The lunar nodes go backwards. Okay, just to clear that out. And they are mathematical points on the chart. They're not actual objects. Okay, but I do find it, you know, enthralling that we have a conjunction between Mercury and Pluto, and the moon comes in to conjunct it. You can have a lot of conjunctions with planets, but you don't always have the moon conjuncting them on top of that. Okay? So then we have that in Aquarius, and a few days later we have this perfect conjunction with Pisces, with Neptune and Venus. Now, Venus is all about, you know, love, partnerships, how you earn and spend your money. Okay, Venus rules Libra and Taurus, which again is the ruler of your children, romance, creativity sector. Okay. So by this time, you know, Uranus is going to be going direct. And all of those internal ideas and epiphanies that you've had, things that you've been thinking about, you know, through creativity, children, romance, you're going to be able to just, you know, and then the ruler of Taurus coming in, and, you know, and then Libra is your 10th house. It's your career and reputation sector, which is actually the house that you rule. That's your natural 10th. You're the 10th house ruler. So I really, you know, it's very exciting to me that, you know, first we have this conjunction with the moon, and then we have this conjunction with the moon, you know. So yeah, this weekend is you know, starting to look really good for everybody. Okay. Then we have the moon moving into Aries, where it makes a sextile. By this time, Mercury has moved to about 8 degrees, and there's going to be sextiles to first Pluto, then Mercury, then the Sun, all in Aquarius, your value sector. Aries is your home family sector. So you have a lot of emphasis on your values, your community, and your children, and your partnerships, okay, and your work. So, you know, all of the planets, once Mercury goes into Aquarius on Monday, all of the planets are going to be within Aquarius to Cancer, so this big focus right there. Okay, so I think with that, I'm going to wrap it up. You're going to finish off the weekend, wanting to take some time out at home, probably with your family, partners. I can't emphasize enough that I just absolutely love that Venus conjunct Neptune and the Moon and the North Node. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. If you want to join me next week to see what's going on, then you're more than welcome to subscribe, like, share if you like. If you have any questions, you can comment. I do offer personal readings, astrology, tarot, many healing modalities. If you'd like to check out my website, I am having a sale on Reiki, $60 for 1 hour of Reiki. And yes, you can do distance Reiki. I work on my family members all the time, and they live in separate states from me. So I can work on anyone in the world. So, with that being said, it looks like you're going to have a real nice week here. Maybe a little bit of a shake-up with your partners on Monday, but after that, everything's going to really be really nice for the rest of the week, especially during the weekend. Okay? So until next time, Capricorn, I hope you have a great week. Bye.